Hi, this is a review of the orderIT trading system activity for August the 23rd, 2021. We had 3 trades on that day. 2 were buys, 1 was a short sell. First trade was CAG. That's Conagra Brands Incorporated, tripped at 11:55:35 a.m. at a price of 33.61. It was a short sell. It closed the day at 33.55, so that's a positive as it closed below its tripping price. And looking at the volume itself, not drastically downward in its movement. It was down during the tripping price, but you see it recovered and then came back up. MACD again tripped right around where, dropped, tripped, and then recovered. Moved sideways for the most part, MACD. You see the end of the day, though, it was dropping on MACD, so averages were down all at the end of the day. And DI, same thing, came up, tripped, and then somewhat bouncing back and forth here in the afternoon period, but you can see at the end of the day it came back down again. And Bollinger Band, same thing, came down and moved down a bit. The stock itself, even though we had tripped at a negative activity, it wasn't actually very strongly negative, even during its tripping period. And for the most part, the majority of the day actually was moving sideways and actually a little bit upwards in the afternoon period. So that stock technically could be considered more positive than negative, even though at the end of the day it did move down again. Next trade is BLNK. That's B-Link Charging Company. Charged at 1:20:36 p.m. at a price of 32.06. It was a buy. It closed the day at 32.15, up 4.69. I didn't say how much the other one went down. It was down 0.53%. Okay. This stock is up 4.69%. Tripped at 32.02, closed at 32.15, so that's another positive. And indication-wise, volume looks okay. It looks like you can see volume was moving up in the afternoon, which is what it tripped, obviously, and tripped. You see the end of the day volume started to come down. MACD, same thing, came up, tripped around this period here, so came up again, came up, stabilized, maintained its averages, and then late afternoon it started to come down again. And DI, same thing, you can see it came up here, and in late afternoon it started to move negative, and closing looks like it was moving downwards. So technically the stock, technically the stock could be considered moving positive as it ended above its closing price, and Bollinger Band shows it's pretty much a steady increase moving upwards, but just at the end of the day it was kind of like recovering and moving backwards again. Next trade is MARA. That's Marathon Digital Holdings Incorporated, tripped at 2:45:05 p.m. at a price of 37.53, and again it was a buy, 37.53, and it closed at 36.76, up 4.25%. And you can see it's up 1.87%, which is still not above its tripping price, which is too bad. So let's see what that says. 245. Yeah. See, look, it tripped here and then came down, so it definitely did not continue moving above its trip price. So volume looks okay. MACD tripped here and moved down a little bit, but end of the day was moving positive. MACD tripped, but then end of the day was moving negative again, but moving positive. It looked like it was moving positive. Bollinger Band pretty much positive for most of the day, but you see this little drop here at the end of the day, which is where it lost its price above things. So technically it tripped and then came down, but the stock itself was moving positive. I'm going to say that the indicators are showing somewhat more of a positive movement, and it's helpful because early morning here you can see it's actually moving positive again too, so that really validates the possibility of the stock itself. Anyways, that's 2 out of 3 stocks, which is 66% obviously, 67%, and 3 out of 3 with possibility. I'll leave it at that. Thank you.